I'm Emme and welcome to today's episode. Today, I've got the 2012 Subaru Impreza. Now, you might remember a couple months ago, I got this car for the first drive, but for that episode, I only had the car for a day. This time, I've had it for a lot longer, so we're really gonna be able to get into it and tell you guys just what this car is all about. Thankfully, Subaru sent us the hatch, which in my opinion is the only way to get this car. It is ready for sexy time. It's been completely redesigned for this year and the changes really do pay off. You've got roof rails, side rocker moldings, the windshield has been pushed forward a little bit, which means that the front doors can open a little bit more. Also, while the overall length of the cars remained the same, the wheelbase is just a little bit longer, which actually gives your rear seat passengers 2 more inches of legroom. The new hexagon grille in the front has got a bigger badge and the wheel arches are much more bold. You've also got 17-inch wheels that are wrapped in P205/50 Yokohama tires. Now you've got an awful lot of utility with the Impreza as well. With these rear seats folded up, you've got about 22.5 cubic feet of space, and that's enough for a trademark laundry basket rating of 2 with a lot left over. But when you fold those rear seats down, you've got about 52.5 cubic feet of space, which is enough for a trademark laundry basket rating of, I'm gonna say probably 5. Oh, it's happened though. Look, I'm wrong. Laundry basket rating of 6. The interior of the Subaru Impreza is a little basic, but sometimes it's just nice to get into a car and not have too many bells and whistles, you know what I'm saying? Now you can get navigation as an option, but our car didn't come with this, so I can't speak to it. You do have HD radio in this car. You've got Bluetooth and iPod connectivity through an auxiliary port and a USB. There's 2 cigarette lighters. The steering wheel will tilt and telescope, and you've got all your fancy controls right up here for your cruise control and your volume and all that good stuff. Leather wrapped steering wheel, a leather wrapped shift knob here. The seats also are really comfortable and they're really roomy. And there's a sunroof! Holla! So as you can see back here, with that 2 extra inches of legroom, I have a ton of room. This seat is positioned for my driving position, which I'm 5'9", so it's back pretty far. Still, I've got enough room to practically do the can-can back here. And I would get my own personal cup holder. Fabulous. So this year's engine, it is less horsepower. But what is great about this car is that it is still kind of fun to drive. I'm not gonna lie to you. With this all-wheel drive, it means that it really sticks it in the corner and it's very, very planted. You have a very secure feeling in this car. Also, with the all-wheel drive, it means that it's gonna be great in any kind of weather. Now this car does have a CVT, which stands for a continuously variable transmission. And what that means is that there's kind of like one giant gear, and it just will vary itself within that gear just depending on what you need. But what's interesting about this car is that it comes with paddle shifters. So what the paddle shifters will do is the computer will kind of break that one large gear up into 6 different gears, 6 different ratios, and then you can hold it within that ratio. So is it the same as driving a manual? Well, no, of course not. Driving a manual is the best thing on the planet. Is it the same as driving a regular automatic that you can operate manually? Not really, but it's kind of close. So I've got it onto the manually operated right now, and you can see it. I'm holding it in 2nd gear at 5,000 RPMs, and yeah, it's kind of fun. Because right when you shift, you do get just a little bit of pull, and that just pulls you forward, and it's really what makes the driving experience in this car. I mean, frankly, if I had this car, I would never ever take it out of the manual shifting. So if you're looking for a car that gets great gas mileage, this car gets 36 miles per gallon on the highway, but maybe, and you also want the all-wheel drive, but maybe you've got to commute a lot in traffic, this might be the car for you. Because you're going to be able to have it in the regular automatic CVT mode, and you're not going to have to worry about shifting all the time when you're sitting in traffic. But then when you want to have some fun, you can just go ahead and put it in manual mode, and there it is. Also, the brakes on this car, as cameraman Chris is about to find out, are pretty good. So you don't really have to worry about any safety issues with braking because they're all right there for you. Now, using these paddle shifters definitely gives it a little bit more of that racing feel, but I gotta tell you, it is not quiet. I really don't mind the sound of the engine. I kind of like it, but if you're looking for a super quiet cabin, this isn't it. The base model of the 2012 Subaru Impreza comes in at about $18,000, making it one of the only all-wheel drive cars you can get for under 20 grand. Now our top of the line test model here comes in at about $24,700. Now keep in mind that just because this car's got a little bit less power than it did last year, doesn't make it any less fun to drive. You still got the symmetrical all-wheel drive, the steering feel on this car is fantastic, and with the paddle shifters, you almost feel like a race car driver, just a little tiny bit. That's it for this week. I'm Emme Hall. Thank you so much for watching. Find me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter. Have a great day. Bye. And there's a sunroof. Holla! Why did the horn go off? You know that one?
Nope. Too many electronics.
I know.
It's like Terminator all over again.
It is. We're gonna rise up. Rise up!
Hey, what's the song?
Groove is in the heart. By D-Light. Oh my God. Did you get that?